Who are you going to stack with Horford then?
Yeah, since I paid in the middle here for captain, I can afford to pay up a little bit here. I won't be taking one of the studs, but I will roll with Marcus Smart at 8,200, continuing the trend of rostering these mid-level guys who I know are going to play massive roles in tonight's game. This is the biggest stage of Marcus Smart's career. He's the first point guard to win DPOY since Gary Payton, and he's tasked with containing the most unstoppable offensive point guard the game has ever seen. The narratives are just flying off the rails here. And then on the offensive side of the ball, he's really embraced the role as Boston's true point guard, and he does it all. He scores relatively consistently. He sets up his teammates. He's really active on the glass. Considering he's probably going to play 35 plus minutes tonight, that's all you need for DFS production.
What we're hearing here, Julian, basically is that Ime Udoka is going to have a really thin rotation, and guys are going to play a lot of minutes.
Yeah, not only that to, keep smashing the Boston side of things, but for the Warriors, all the cheaper value guys they would have are no longer value because you have names. Gary Payton is going to be back, we now know. It sounds like Otto Porter Jr. should be back. Andre Iguodala is either coming back or at some point coming back. So, like, the value guys they had that were filling those roles are now off the board. We don't know what we can expect from the guys that are coming back, so it makes it much more difficult to roster the Warriors. So what I will say here, going with Horford, you can afford to get at least one star in there. So I think either if you're going to go that mid route, even if you go with Marcus Smart, like Jeff said, Tatum or Curry has to be in your lineup, one of those two guys. And we don't really even need to add analysis there. They're just studs. They're going to play well. But the trickle down effect on the Boston side, I think, with Robert Williams, not playing as much. We'll see what type of role Peyton Pritchard has in a series like this. I think Derek White and Grant Williams are the two guys that pick up all those Williams minutes as kind of the fifth guys on the floor with the core four. And we'll see if it kind of how Golden State plays this. If it's more Looney, it probably dictates more Williams. If it's more Poole, it probably dictates more White, unless Boston wants to kind of scatter and go bigger when Golden State goes small or vice versa. But I would say Grant Williams and Derek White are the trickle down plays behind Al Horford.